He brought dancehall to the world, but few know his journey started in a swimming pool, not a studio. Before he made the world get busy, he was training to become a national athlete. Before the Grammy Awards, he was just Sean Paul Henriquez, a young man from Kingston, Jamaica, with big dreams and a multicultural heritage. In this documentary, we dive into his rise from water polo star to global music icon. We'll explore his early life, family, musical evolution, controversies, international impact, and the legacy that still echoes across dance floors worldwide. This is the untold story of Sean Paul, the man who made dancehall international. Before the hits, the fame, and the platinum plaques, there was just Sean. Born Sean Paul Ryan Francis Henriquez on January 9, 1973, in Kingston, Jamaica. His roots were anything but ordinary. He came from a richly multicultural family, Portuguese and Jewish ancestry on his father's side, and Chinese and Afro-Caribbean lineage from his mother. Unlike many Jamaican artists who rose from hardship, Sean Paul grew up in a relatively privileged, upper-middle-class home. But privilege didn't mean passivity. From a young age, he was fiercely competitive. Sean was a trained swimmer and even represented Jamaica on the national water polo team. Discipline, athleticism, and focus shaped his early mindset. But behind the athletic ambition, something else was brewing: a love for rhythm, for beats, for dancehall culture pulsing in the streets around him. In 2000, the world got its first taste of Sean Paul, and it lit the fuse for something explosive. His debut album, Stage 1, introduced him to reggae and dancehall fans, but it was just the warm-up. Then came Duddy Rock in 2002, and everything changed. With hits like Gimme the Light and Get Busy, Sean Paul's deep patois, catchy rhythms, and club-ready sound stormed the charts. Get Busy went straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, a first for many in the dancehall space. The album didn't just go platinum, it won Sean Paul a Grammy for Best Reggae Album. But more importantly, it made him the new international face of dancehall. He was suddenly everywhere, from dancehall clubs in Kingston to nightclubs in Tokyo and New York. Dancehall was no longer underground, it was global, and Sean Paul was leading the charge, and he wasn't done yet. By the mid-2000s, Sean Paul wasn't just a star, he was a global chart-topping machine. His unmistakable voice and magnetic flow made him a go-to collaborator for the world's biggest artists. With Beyoncé, he delivered the fiery dancehall pop fusion Baby Boy, which held the #1 spot on Billboard for 9 weeks. With Sia, Cheap Thrills became a global anthem, hitting #1 in over 20 countries. From Rihanna to Enrique Iglesias, everyone wanted a piece of the Sean Paul formula: energy, rhythm, and that iconic patois. Meanwhile, his own catalog kept booming. Temperature set dance floors on fire. Like Glue, We Be Burnin', and Give It Up to Me became party anthems that defined an era. Sean Paul wasn't riding a wave, he was the wave. He blurred genre lines and brought dancehall into the mainstream like no one before him. You heard him before you saw him. But once you did see him, you never forgot the look. The mohawk, the dark shades, the chains and dancehall drip. Sean Paul's image was unmistakable, confident, clean, Caribbean to the core. On stage, he brought the energy of Kingston to arenas around the world. His presence was magnetic, and his voice, instantly recognizable. What made him unique was how he fused genres without losing his roots. Dancehall met pop, hip-hop met patois, and Sean Paul made it all flow seamlessly. Even when collaborating with global pop icons, he kept the Jamaican patois front and center, making it cool, making it global. In a world of changing trends, Sean Paul stayed true, never abandoning where he came from, while evolving with the sound of now. While the world knows Sean Paul as the party starter, few know the man behind the mic is a devoted husband and father. He married Jamaican TV host and DJ Jody Stewart, a longtime partner who's been by his side through the highs and lows of fame. Together, they have 2 children. And while the cameras flash on red carpets, Sean Paul keeps his family life intentionally private. He's often spoken about being a hands-on dad, changing diapers, school runs, and making sure his kids grow up grounded. In an industry where personal lives are constantly in the spotlight, Sean Paul has mastered the balance global superstar, yet fiercely protective of his roots. To him, success isn't just about chart-topping hits, it's about creating a legacy his children can be proud of. Before Sean Paul, dancehall rarely cracked the global charts. After him, it was everywhere. Sean Paul didn't just represent Jamaica, he redefined the global soundscape. His success brought dancehall from Kingston sound systems to clubs in Tokyo, London, and New York. But with popularity came criticism. Some purists accused him of watering down the genre for mainstream ears. Still, fans and fellow artists saw it differently. They say he broke barriers, not culture. Today's stars like Popcorn, Coffee, and Sia walk through doors Sean Paul helped open, blending local roots with international reach. Whether you praise or critique, one thing's undeniable. Sean Paul brought dancehall to the world stage and made it stay. With massive success came major scrutiny. As Sean Paul topped charts across the globe, some critics back home questioned his authenticity. They accused him of diluting dancehall, tailoring it to American radio and pop audiences. But Sean never denied the influence of global sounds. Instead, he embraced the blend while keeping his Jamaican patois and rhythms intact. It was a balancing act. One foot in Kingston, the other in the international spotlight. "I never leave dancehall. I bring dancehall with me," he once said. He proved that staying true to your roots doesn't mean staying small. And while critics may have questioned his crossover, the world never stopped dancing. Few artists can say they've moved the world with a rhythm, but Sean Paul did just that. With over 26 million records sold worldwide, he's not just a dancehall artist, he's a global icon. His Grammy win for Duddy Rock, multiple Billboard Hot 100 chart toppers, and countless international awards speak volumes. But what's more impressive? He's still going, still touring, still dropping hits, still collaborating with the next generation, from Sia and Dua Lipa to Jamaican stars like Sia and Ching. For many, Sean Paul was the first taste of dancehall, and for millions more, he remains the soundtrack of parties, car rides, and memories. He didn't just represent Jamaica, he redefined how the world heard it. His name? Forever etched in dancehall history. I didn't change the game, I just made the world listen. From Kingston to global stages, Sean Paul brought dancehall to the masses, not by diluting it, but by staying true to its fire. He fused cultures, crossed borders, and helped make patois a global rhythm. His legacy isn't just about chart positions, it's about influence, confidence, culture, and whether it's Get Busy, Temperature, or Cheap Thrills. There's a Sean Paul anthem etched into everyone's memory. Which Sean Paul track still gets you hyped? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more stories about the icons who changed music forever.